Hello, this is Project Group 3, Assignment 4 Recap. As for this week's assignments, it consisted of a continue of drone research and code development. We also completed Section 5, which is design validation, and Section 7, which was lessons learned. As for the key ideas for this assignment, consisted of SolidWorks models for our drone chassis and mounts, and also working with an open source application.
For the SolidWorks part, here are some pictures of our main drone chassis. We plan to 3D print this. You can see in figure 1, we have a basic X shape for our body and 4 arms, and on each arm there are 4 holes for the motors. And we plan to put all of our electronics and cameras and everything in the middle section there, the rectangular part. And on figure 2, you can see there's some supporting ridges to make sure the arms don't deflect too much. Next slide, please. We also have a camera mount we plan to attach to our drone body. And next slide. Oh, there you go.
So here we have the electronics mount and the landing gear. They're going to be set up in like orientation. So the hole that was on the top of the chassis, or the center of the chassis, will allow some of the electronic, like the flight controller will be on the very top. That's going to come through the center hole of the chassis. If we go to the next slide, we see the entire assembly. Now, after the first renditions come to our attention that the landing gear is probably going to have to get a little bit beefier, so there's alterations, but this is the kind of the first concept of what the full assembly of at least the chassis is going to look like. Thanks.
And as Morgan mentioned earlier, we're using an open source software known as ArduPilot. ArduPilot has both firmware and software for the drones, and is an autonomous vehicle software environmental set. And specifically, we're going to be using DroneKit Python with ArduPilot, language, and the libraries we'll be using for flight and computer vision.
Going forward in the next 2 weeks, we have 2 kind of goals that we're hoping to finish up. We're going to be finalizing our report, which is going to involve transferring all our written work so far over into LaTeX. That way we can generate that final report, make it look extremely good, and then insert all our figures, our captions, tables, reports from our software management program. And then we are also going to continue working on the prototype, which is going to involve printing the frame and assembling it. We're going to hopefully implement that ArduPilot and then start actually getting the coding all developed for camera guidance and then the ultrasonic sensors that we're planning on adding on. And that's it. If you have any questions, go ahead and defer them over to our team leader, Talon, or our team representative, Morgan.